Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing and discussing spoiler-free Shari Lapena's new advanced reader copy that I got my hands on thanks to NetGalley. It's going to be published July 30th of this year, so definitely keep an eye out for it. And let's just get right into the details and what I thought of What Have You Done? Firstly, it has one of my favorite tropes for a mystery thriller, which is that it is in the setting of a very small town in Vermont. So everyone knows everyone there, and a lot of the times people do go to sleep with their doors unlocked at night. It's that type of town. But unfortunately, tragedy does come to this small town and wreak havoc when one of the students there ends up dead in a field, and a farmer one day does discover her body. So the story does kind of start out with the shock of finding her dead body, and then it kind of spirals from there. As the reader, we do get to see the police investigation and the process that does go behind the scenes in terms of the police department, and then they get started right away in their interviewing. So of course they want to get as much information as possible, just because the girl that went missing was very well liked and loved in the town, and this is basically a shock to everyone that this person in particular would be the one who ends up dead. So the police, of course, go through their questioning of her boyfriend, of her school teachers, of her family, to try to get down to the bottom of what exactly happened to her. And interestingly, as the police are doing their investigations, we do see that her life may not have been as perfect as it seemed on the surface. We do uncover some secrets along the way. I would say that this plot did move pretty quickly for a thriller, which I did really like. There was always some sort of action going on, which really did keep my attention. I did actually stay up Thursday night really late into the night trying to finish it, just because I wanted to know so badly who was responsible for this. I spent all of Friday regretting it because I was very tired, but hey, at least it was Friday and it was the weekend after that, so I could recover, so I didn't mind too much. But I always do like the books that, you know, keep me up late at night reading, guessing who did this and why, what was their reasoning behind it. And I was not disappointed by the ending. And another big plus for this book was I did not see the plot twist coming, which is kind of rare for me because I read so many mystery thrillers, especially whodunits, that at this point I'm getting very good at being able to foresee and predict what exactly happened and who is at fault. But I can't say that that was necessarily true about this book. So I definitely do think that you should give it a try, especially if you are looking for kind of like a book with a very interesting plot twist to it. Because as we go along and we see in the police investigation, we kind of get the sense that really it could be anyone that had done this to her, which I find interesting because I just kept going through the narratives in my mind over and over again to try and piece together what exactly happened to her. Another really interesting portion in the book that I found, this isn't really a spoiler because fairly early on we know that the boyfriend is taken in by the police as one of the main suspects just because he was the last to see her. He dropped her off that night, and as things go on in the plot, we see that maybe he wasn't as truthful about that night and his relationship with his girlfriend as he should have been. And then the aftermath and the family dynamics that went on between her boyfriend and the boyfriend's parents were really interesting. Kind of seeing like even they're doubting, like, what are we going to do if we find out that our son was the one who did this murder? We find that his parents are surprisingly supportive of him, and they're, you know, even going to very far lengths to make sure that their son doesn't look like the main perpetrator. They kind of try to ensure that their son is painted in a light and try to help him in some ways, even maybe cover some things up, which I found was interesting, and I'm not sure I've really seen that in a story before. But again, it's good to keep in mind that we're dealing with high school students, so it is expected, I guess, that the parents would be involved, but I wasn't expecting his parents to take his side so much and be so supportive, I guess. So I found that to be quite questionable. I'm not sure that I really liked his parents as characters in the book, but I guess that's just a side note. It's not really a big deal. It didn't really detract from the storyline at all. I still really enjoyed the story. I liked how fast-paced it was, and again, I like that I did not see the plot twists coming, and everything was tied up really well at the end. There was really not that many loose ends, which I really liked. So definitely keep your eye out for this one coming out July 30th, and for sure pick it up. If you've read some of her other stuff and you liked it, I really do think that you'll like this one too. So if you did like this video, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!